Hi friends, I thought of doing a video about the 2025 local elections that are to be held on May 6th. Just to have a look at in terms of Sri Lanka chart as well as, some of the politicians' charts to see, what is like on the 6th. I am assuming the elections will be held on 6th. On this case. And also charts of these politicians that I have is none of them are confirmed, so I'm not sure whether they are totally correct. So, I'm using what I have tried to corrected charts that, as based on my knowledge. Okay, so we are going to have elections for 28 municipal councils. This is Wikipedia. And we are going to have 36 urban councils and then 275 Pradeshia Sabhas, right? And then looking at the Sri Lanka chart, as you know, if you look at my Sri Lanka 2025 video, and the other videos, you will see that Sri Lanka is running Rahu period still, Rahu Mahadasa, and the Rahu Antardasa, and in this case, Sun Vidasa, right? So Sun is the government here. So the focus here is government here, and Rahu is, we hear so much about lying and, all these corrupted politicians talks about lying and lying and lying. That is their thing because it's Rahu. Because at the moment, if you look at my 2025 one, at the moment, people trying to cheat you like crazy. They cheat you, they make you confused, and that's how it's supposed to be. Rahu is like that. Rahu is the one deceives you. All these older, previous politicians who used to steal money left, right, and center, and they are misuse all the powers, and they are saying this government came to the power based on lies and lies and lies, and actually they don't talk about what they have done and how much lies that they have said all these 70-something years of, after independence of Sri Lanka. And they don't talk about that at all. What they have done, they don't say, So this is the problem. That's because of the Rahu period. Rahu is a deceiver, Rahu is a liar, so that's what it is. Looking at the chart, first of all, I want to say that, people vote. Actually, God selects, the winners. That's how it happens. So whatever the karma of Sri Lanka, what the Sri Lankan people is what's going to fructify. So we know when we look at, because based on, what we need to understand is what is the plan, God's plan for Sri Lanka. Pretty much is that, right? So once we try to understand God's plan for Sri Lanka from Sri Lanka chart, is what we need to see the theme over the longer period of time. We know the country was run by thieves and they steal, they misuse power and all that. And thankfully, now at least we know politicians are not stealing, right? Which is meant to be, because Saturn is the best planet Sri Lanka has, and then the Jupiter, right? Saturn transits are the one that brought Anura Kumara to president. Then at that point, it was going, I'm doing this for people who understand my videos, so, you might not understand what I'm saying because I cannot teach all of that in a one little video. All I'm saying is that when Saturn was getting close to this 1836 of most effective point, the Anura Kumara was selected when it was 2 degrees away, like 16 degrees. Right? Saturn was in about 16 degrees or 15 to end of 15. right? And then the general election was held on pretty much at 98 degrees, meaning that within 1 degree or like less than a 1 degree, quite, like few points of a degree, Saturn is the one who brought the government into place also. So we know that that is the God's plan, that, that's how it's supposed to be. So Sri Lanka has been suffering for all these many years, and then, there is some change that happened for good there, even though it was running a Rahu period, because the next period is Jupiter, which is God's period, which will you see justice there, right? So what is happening now? Let's look at what is happening on the transits for the May 6th. I'm looking at like 11:49 in the night. Let me change this 5:30. When I look at it, I can see this here, Jupiter, aspect Jupiter 92%, meaning that Jupiter is looking at the Jupiter at the birth at 92%, means within 1 degree. This is what it is. That's a basically very positive transits. That is what it is. So if you look at the Jupiter here, which is in the second house, you can see Jupiter is 28.21, and then on the birth chart, the Jupiter is 28.43. So that is going towards that peak. Peak will be maybe another 3-4 days time. So this is a really good time. So here we can see God help in terms of this here. So that clearly shows, and also we are running Sun Vidasa, right? It clearly shows the current government is favored to win without any question whatsoever. There's absolutely no doubt about that. This government will get, NPP or JVP, we call it NPP, will win definitely more than 55% to 57%, close to 60% of the vote. That is what's going to happen. But we can look at this. I'm doing this quick video, and I want to see how what the politicians are showing in their charts. Let me see in my charts here. Famous. I'm going to go to politics. Let's look at Anura Kumara, right? Yeah, when you look at this one, let's look at his transits for the 6th night. Looking at his transits, you don't see anything major here. This is already past. The Jupiter 772 is already past. And then this, I'm sure you don't understand this. I'm sorry about that one. You need to watch my other videos to understand this. Here, Rahu aspect natal Mercury 79, and then the Ketu aspect Moon 79. These are not good, but this is exact 1 degree away. So I don't expect this going to affect this. If this was 92, 95 like that, definitely it's a bad news day for him. It is not a bad, because this are within 1 degree. But what I say 1 degree is, if you look at it, let's look at Rahu is 2.08 here at the moment. But if you look at Mercury, that he has is 1.06. You can see it's 2.08, 1.06. So it's exactly 1 degree away, right? And then if we look at the Moon here, the Moon is okay. His Moon is 1.06 also. right? So, so it is 1 degree away because this is 2.08 and this is 1.06. So it's a 1 degree away. But these peaks in the middle of May, so time is not that time. I'm sure President going to be under pressure. His mind will not be happy. That's for sure. Like middle of May, and this also middle of May. These will pass away, but like some amount of stress will be there around mid-May. It's not relevant to this, but I just want to let you know. Let's look at Harini. If you look at Harini, okay, let's set the chart. You can see the chart here. If you look at Harini here, you can see Jupiter aspect Moon 81, which is, let's see whether it's passed or not. Jupiter is in the second with 28-21, and then her Moon is 27-26. So this is already passed, so that's not relevant. And if you look at this one, Venus 299, her Venus is positive and 2 means status. Venus is over here, 932, and her thing is 929. So that day is a good day. So that shows positivity towards, her. It's a happy day for her. It's not a bad day. But again, she also has this one here, the Rahu conjunct Venus 83. It is also not very good towards the middle of the month, middle of May. So she will be under stress. She should not get caught to any, gossips and whatever else. She should not get caught to those kind of stuff. She will suffer out of those. Liars can cheat her, so that's a possibility, and it can affect her status. So yeah, she has to be careful middle of May. But on that day, it's a good day for her, right? So that shows current government will get most votes. And we can look at Sagith. If you look at Sagith also, these are 581, which is, because Rahu is 2.8 and this is 305, it's already passed, so this is gone already. So this is not affecting him. But this one here, Rahu conjunct Saturn 85, if you look at his Saturn, Rahu is 208, his Saturn is in the 12th house here. Saturn is 1.24, and this is 85 because it's heading towards that. This is pretty much, peaks around middle, like not long after May 6th, maybe May 10th kind of days. So it's not a very good time for him either, and also he's running moon period. And his moon is going in the 10th house. Okay, moon is going over here. So it's not very good time for him on that day particularly, because of this transit here, right? And the next one we can look at Mahinda, Mr. Rajapakse. Clearly he has a really, really bad time these days. Like he is under quite a pressure here. This is his birth chart and this is the transit chart. If you look at it, he has Rahu conjunct Sun 99. Sun is the government, Rahu is deception and all that, everything that whatever way, justice is, when karma calls for justice, nobody can resist it. So that's what happened. This is a really bad time here. And also he is running Rahu period. When people run in Rahu period, Rahu the way Rahu punishes is like crazy way, So you cannot win with lies and stuff. So that is not good. This is not good either. Because his Saturn is 1.42 and this is 2.08. So this is very close to election, just after election, these are peaking. So it's not good news for him at all. And running bad time also. Let's look at Ranil. If you look at Ranil, he's running really bad time. He's running most malefic period of Venus, right? And then Venus, Saturn, he's running. Saturn is planet of losses for him because owner of the 12th house. Venus is the owner of the 8th house. So he's running really bad time, He should not talk too much these days and think, he's the God in the world or something like that. He shouldn't do that. He needs to be very careful. Like you can see Saturn conjunct Venus 91. Saturn is the most, one of the bad planets for him. Let's look at Venus. It's 348. Saturn is 412. So that one already passed. Because Saturn is 412 and this is 348. So this one already passed. So maybe it passed, because what is happening to him these days. He's trying to help Pillan or something like that, trying to help cover up things. So that's not the greatest thing for him to do at the moment. That will be very foolish, People should not do bad karma. They need to really do good karma because they're not going to win because that the karma karma court comes unto you, karma wins. There's no other way you can win. You can be no matter how smart you are. So he's running bad time. Also, these transits don't sound very good. And also Venus conjunct Sun 92. Sun is government. Venus is his most malefic planet. So not good at all. That day, no good. He shouldn't be watching the thing, It's not worth it for him because this is 932 and this is 930. Okay, this is Venus conjunct Sun 92, which is his Sun is 955. You see that? 955 here and this is that day at almost 12 o'clock in the night, that day at 932 and 935. So he already knows he's going to lose. There's no way of winning that. I think I looked at that and that. Yeah. So basically that's it. From astrology alone, you can't say, how much they will win exactly, like that. I believe this will be like 19, 20 kind of thing, close to 20. And this maybe at 30 something, they'll win, likely to be. And also overall, I would say late 50s, they will get votes for current government. Maybe 57 to 60, that kind of votes. So majority of these councils are going to be won by the government. That's all I had to say. I don't have anything against any of these people. I don't vote for them or anything like that. So I'm just purely trying to show this is the greatest science of this world, because this shows karma of, all these leaders. They can do bad things, they can raid the country and all that when they are good time, but justice comes. Justice definitely going to come. When Sri Lanka going to run Jupiter period, which is from October, you will see, positive actions of God's plan. You're going to see some of these people face justice for sure. Okay, thanks for watching. If you have questions, you can comment. If not, you don't have to. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.